really just wanted to gag. Have you ever had that happen to you with someone's breath or someone's odor or a smell? And not even like a smell in the atmosphere, like cooking can cause certain smells, or, a candle or something, and you take that in because those are pleasant. So when you take those in, you oftentimes will deeply inhale it into your nose and really, like, you actually want it to enter into your atmosphere, right? When there is a foul stench, you almost cut your nose off from it because you're like, no, I don't want any. But then you open your mouth up and you're like, oh, I tasted it. Ah, Jesus, I tasted it, Jesus. God, take me now. I tasted this person's smell a little bit, and I blurped in my mouth a little bit, okay? It was a vomit burp combination. I blurped in my mouth a little bit. It was disgusting. And what I will say is, and the thing is, oh God, you guys, we're horrible people. The thing is this person really can't do anything about their smell, but I wonder sometimes, do they smell their smell? Because sometimes I feel like we become immune to our own smells, or like if your house smells a certain way, because you enter into your home every day, you become immune to it. Now, if I enter into your home, I'm going to smell the essence of all the things that you use, and the food, and that fried chicken that you had last night. I'm going to smell all of it because I'm not immune to the smell. I haven't built up a tolerance to it. But listen, please don't go around tasting people's smells. Close your mouth. Close your mouth to nasty smells. Oh, so much has been going on. Listen, you guys, let's just get into some news, because I know, it has really just been, the news cycle has been crazy in the past couple weeks, right? And I know that you've been waiting to pull up to the table and get my take, and we can discuss on certain things. So let's just dive right into it. This week we are calling our hot topics, I don't want your situation. Oh yes. Well, for those of you who have been living under a rock for the past 2 weeks, you may not be aware of the great calamity of Heir Jordyn. Jordyn, Jordyn, infamous friend of Kylie Jenner, got herself into a little kerfuffle in the past couple of weeks. Jordyn, whose last name escapes me right now, Jordyn Woods, that's her last name. Now, Jordyn Woods' father was I want to say he worked on the set of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Her father passed I would say her father passed maybe a year or two ago of cancer. And it was a quick passing for those of you who don't know. But he had worked on the set of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air from the very beginning and became very good friends with Will in the process. Jordyn, who is the same age as young Jaden Smith, quickly became friends with Jaden and was introduced to Jaden's friends by proxy, which includes Kendall and Kylie Jenner. Well, needless to say, that sparked what we all thought would be a long-lasting generation of friendship, because, we thought, oh, Kylie done went out like Chloe and got herself two, down-ass negresses to be her friend, which who doesn't want a black woman to be their best friend? Hello. Everybody wants a black female best friend, okay? Because what? We keep it real. We keep it tight. We are funny. We are witty. We are smart. We can get out of any situation in a jam. We pull the baddest niggas and we pull the worst niggas. But who doesn't want a female black best friend? So I don't fault Kylie one bit for being friends with Jordyn. Not only was she friends with Jordyn, but she by proxy upgraded a lot about Jordyn. Now, if you remember when Kylie and Jordyn first became friends, Jordyn was not out here flossing on the streets the way she is that we remember her right now. Jordyn had a little bit of a gap. She was a little bit she was the thicker, chunkier girl, very cute. Now, I'm telling you all of this because I'm painting a picture, okay? Close your eyes. I'm painting the picture. I'm giving you some background on all of this, okay? So, any which ways, Jordyn was friends with Kylie, and she moved into Kylie's guest house on one of Kylie's properties. Shout out to Kylie because, and I put this in air quotes, she became the youngest self-made, which, I mean, words have meaning. She's not a self-made billionaire, excuse me. But it was announced last week that through the sale of her Kylie Cosmetics as well as other entrepreneurial enterprises, Kylie became the youngest self-made billionaire. I keep saying billionaire. So shout out to her for that, because regardless of how she got her billions, she is a billionaire, surpassing Mark Zuckerberg, who became a billionaire at the age of 23. Mark Zuckerberg had to build Facebook, be one of the founders of Facebook in order to achieve his billionaire status. Kylie seemingly just had to get some Botox injections and basically put some color palettes on Jordyn's forearm. And therefore, she made herself a billionaire. Kylie basically had to take all of the things that Jordyn probably didn't find beautiful about herself and co-opt them. The big lips, the huge hips, the very ethnically ambiguous look that she's got going on for herself. I mean, because listen, again, I am painting a picture here, okay? I'm not just telling a story. I'm not just recounting a story. Let's call a spade a spade. Isn't it interesting that the same things that Jordyn probably didn't really find beautiful about herself, her broad set hips, her gap tooth smile, her large lips, all these things are the things that young Kylie co-opted. Kylie done got herself, she got more injectables and plastic in her than a 50th edition Barbie, okay? So let's just call a spade a spade. Needless to say, young Jordyn, in a night of festivus and fun, went out with a few friends, which did not include Kylie, went out with a few friends in Hollywood, and so happened to end up back at young Tristan's house. Now, Tristan Thompson, of Jamaican descent in Canada, who, let's just keep painting the picture. Young, I want to say he's 25, 26 years old, maybe, to Chloe Clorenthal's 34. Young Tristan. And the reason why I definitely wanted to paint the picture of who he is, because girls, if you've ever dated a Jamaican man, most of those rumors that you hear are pretty right on. Okay. But I mean, as all stereotypes, some of them, them niggas come to fuck you and ruin your life. Okay. Anyways, so Jordyn goes out one night. She goes out with a bunch of friends. She somehow ends up back at Tristan's house, where she somehow ends up sitting on sharing a chair with young Tristan, whilst her ass being on, I don't know how this maneuver goes, but she sat down for an episode of the Red Table Talk. 24 minutes of unparalleled great television. Okay? You can find it on Facebook, Red Table Talk. A Jada Pinkett Smith produced and hosted television talk show for Facebook Live. And she sat down. Well, all right, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. At any rate, she told the story on Facebook Live about how she shared a chair with Tristan at his house. It was in a inappropriate time in the morning, but she shared a chair at his house, and she had her legs over him and and it was 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and when she finally decided to leave, it was 7 o'clock in the morning, and she doesn't understand why he would kiss her, and she was so caught off guard, and she came home, and she didn't really tell the truth to Clorenthal and friends. Now, Jordyn is 21 years old. 21 years old. Yes, her family grew in the industry. Yes, her family is of the industry, but she is not an industry kid. So she is 21 years old, and unlike Kylie and Jaden and his sister Willow and Kendall, they are industry kids. Jordyn's parents worked in the industry. Does that make sense? So I feel like there is some naivete, but not as much as y'all are giving her credit for, but there was a level of naivete that may have existed there for young Jordyn. I mean, the lure of the unlimited amount of money and alcohol and good times and plastic procedures that can be done and wigs that can be installed. The lure of all these things. Some of y'all are grown and still chasing after that. Some of y'all would do far more for far less. Okay? So imagine being 21, having your friend be filthy fucking rich, giving you everything at their disposal, and you being able to go anywhere, have anything. You would probably be a plumb fucking fool. Anyways, so Jordyn made it clear that during this time that this incident took place, Khloe and Tristan were broken up and that she was quote unquote not interested in Khloe's situation, which, let's be real, none of us was, because since Khloe was about a half centimeter dilated, Tristan has been showing his motherfucking ass, okay? Showing his ass. And honestly, we all know it. We all knew Tristan wasn't shit. Hell, even Khloe's friend Malika knew it, because there is one episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians where Malika is telling Khloe, listen, you always got his friends around and all this other shit. And bitch, sometimes you just need to really learn to separate church and state with this friendship. And you can't seem to do it. Okay? And Khloe wasn't reading the signs. Khloe was just so hell-bent on keeping her, her family together, which is also understandable. So let's not all bash Chlorenthal here, because we've all been in a situation, whether it be with a relationship or with a job, where you know this shit is not the fuck working, but you don't want to get out because you want it to work. You don't want to do the legwork of having to find another partner who may potentially lie to you, or another job that will potentially fuck you over and have you doing more work for less pay and being with a bunch of racist hate mongers. We've all been there. So all of you guys who have been wagging your fingers at Khloe and at Jordyn, you need to take that middle finger, slowly resurrect it up and turn it towards yourself, because we've all been on both sides of the coin. If you are lucky, you've only been on one. Any which ways. So Jordyn wasn't honest with Khloe. She did not tell Khloe that Tristan tried to kiss her, or did in fact kiss her. Now, there was some holes in Jordyn's story, and while Jada was interviewing her, she definitely pressed her to take responsibility for her part in the situation, which I definitely appreciated. And I know, I can't say that I know, but I definitely feel as though on the Kardashian-Jenner side, that they were not expecting anyone to cape up for Jordyn the way the Smith family did, or the way the black internets did. Y'all weren't expecting that. Y'all weren't expecting for Jordyn to have a team of ride or die. And I think that you guys had these grown women, Malika, Kim, Larsa Pippen, who basically has as much room as some of you niggas have in those parts in those phony ass wigs of yours. Larsa Pippen, you trash ass, disgusting ass, hobbit looking hoe. We all saw you at Future's house, bitch. We saw you. We saw you, bitch. We saw you. And Chlorenthal, Lauren London definitely has a story or two to tell about how you played yourself with her, okay? As well as Trina and Kim. Let's not get it twisted. We all know that Amber Rose definitely has a story to tell, because Kanye wrote a song about you sending naked pictures to him and him sending dick pics to you and getting called out by Amber Rose about it. If you guys aren't aware, please check out My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, because that album tells a story, okay? Let's just not get it confused. It's not an album just to be an album. Oh, it's a story, okay? So while all of you guys were busy pointing your fingers at a young 21-year-old Jordyn, you grown assholes should have been pointing a finger at yourselves, because you guys are just as guilty. Kim, you've been out here stealing niggas since God knows when. Okay? And, oh, Kylie, let's not even, girl, Justine Skye, okay?